Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Nemesis Gaming League. We are back for our third match of the night. We're taking it to the Challenger League. We've got Venom versus Flame. Excuse me, let me re-say that. Seed number 2 Flame versus seed number 8 Venom. We have an underdog story here, but it's not what you might think. Your boy Psychonatic in the booth to bring you some play-by-play action. And I'm joined by none other than the one and only legendary Cookin' Baggles. What's up, man?
Thank you for the noteworthy introduction. I'm doing great. We've had two crazy matchups so far, and you were talking about the underdog stories. Unfortunately, neither of those two 6 seeds were able to pull off the dub, but they made it real close. But honestly, I think along with what we saw in the pre-dusk segment there, a lot of people got a lot of confidence in Venom right here as the 8 seed.
As they should, because Venom had to go through the play-in brackets. Not only did they have to go through the play-in, they lost in the upper bracket, went down to the lower bracket, beat Motion, swept Motion, qualified for the 8th seed, beat Papayas, swept the Bishops in the semifinals, and brought themselves here. So they have a lot of momentum, and Flame has a lot to fear, in my opinion.
Yeah, definitely Flame. I'm gonna correct you for 1 second. Sorry, Psycho, but that was actually Flame. Flame beat the Papayas and beat the Bishops, but Venom,
Oh,
they were no slouches. They took down the #1 Ascension there. But yeah, I mean they've had a crazy route to the grand finals, and honestly, I think their toughest matches are kind of behind them. But on the same, Flame be really dangerous as well.
I'm certainly glad you can read, Baggles, because I cannot read, and without you, I would be lost. But let's get into this action. Let me get from you, let me get from that Titan mind, the greatness that it is. What is your caster prediction? Who's taking this one today?
I think I'm gonna stick with what I said on the death segment.
Oh, yeah.
I got 4-2. I got 4-2 Venom here, but honestly, Flame, they've been a really dominant team as well. So I think it's gonna be close. And the first 2 matches so far in grand finals went to game 6, and I expect no less here.
And we'll see if that is exactly what happens as Tyler starts us off with a 10-second goal, putting Venom in the lead.
Yeah, and just a lot of awkward plays and a lot of good bumps coming out from Crow A to continue to make that Flame defense awkward. And Tyler is gonna put in the open net right there.
Venom gets the early lead as Tyler gets it past 2 of Flame's defenders there, and he's up trying to find the second touch, but can't get it as Zuriel's gonna take the ball out of Flame's zone. Zuriel actually the player that was noted during the pre-show as the person here on Flame that you need to pay attention to. So we'll see if he's able to pull out anything fantastic during this match as Crow trying to get a shot, does get a shot, but it doesn't go on. Tyler's there, though, to clean it up. What a banger from him.
Yeah, and something's just going on with this Flame roster right now. I mean, not much Chax could do right there. A little bit of panic, but seems like they're just not ready for Venom right now. The rotation just slow, and either way, Venom is going to take those 2 opportunities to the bank, and Tyler going to send that one through. And here's another opportunity off the kickoff, but Chax able to send that one away.
And I'm thinking that Venom might just have something to prove here, Bagels. I mean, as we mentioned in the pre-show, this is Venom's first time to make it into the playoffs. So, and they've got 2 rookies on their team, rookies. So Nemesis and Tyler just, oh my goodness, bringing all of the fire. Venom 3 goals now.
Yeah, and that was actually a really good shot from him. He saw the pre-jumping defender, and he may have even seen NVA in the back, and he slotted that one perfectly bottom left. And so far, he's got 4 shots, and he's hit 3 of them. And Venom are just popping off, although they might be able to get one back here. But a great save from Crow. It's still dangerous on the goal line, and NVA, he's going to put a slow roller in, but good bounce back from the Flame boys.
And some good defense from Venom there, trying to keep it out. Crow almost able to make the second stop there, but NBA going to put that one in. And now Flames only down by 2. And there's 3 minutes, 45 seconds left on the clock. Still plenty of Rocket League to play here in this game one. Still plenty of time for Flame to bring it back. Chax trying to do just that, but Crow takes it away from him. NBA keeps the pressure for Flame as Britton tries to get it through Chax, but can't. Zuriel putting it out to the mid, trying to find a teammate. Tyler going to take it away from him, but Chax sends it to the side. Chax off of the ceiling, puts it down. Britton going to get the touch that clears to the mid. Zuriel pops it up. Crow follows. Chax is there, but Crow sending it out to the center field. Tyler getting a touch, but can't do anything with it. Crow going to put one on, but NBA making the stop. And Britton going to mess it up a little bit there in the corner. Not able to get anything on point, but Crow going to take it off of the top crossbar with the double there.
Yeah, and time again, these Flame defenders, they're just caught themselves flat-footed so many times, and a little bit of a lucky double, not a little bit, very lucky and fortunate double recovery there to send that one through for Crowe. But I mean, either way, Flame, they got to be kicking themselves. They're giving Venom so much space here on the defensive side, and I don't know if it's just because Venom are playing so fast and calculated right now, or if the rotation from Flame and the boost management is a little bit to blame here.
Yeah, I'm definitely interested to know the answer to that myself. Britton almost finding a fifth goal for Venom there, but it's going to hit the post and roll out as it does. The ball does get cleared out of Flame zone there and put in front of Venom's net, but Tyler with the touch to send it away, and Crow gonna clear it out past the midfield as NBA takes it off of the ceiling, gets the touch, but Britton's there to make the stop. Britton off of the sidewall trying to follow it, can't get it through Chax as the ball gets pinched all the way across. Zuriel's going to put it down, but Tyler pops it up to the midfield there to follow, putting it on, but it goes away as Chax clears it into the corner. Britton gets it past NBA, trying to follow, gets a bump on Zuriel, but it doesn't mess him up enough as he's able to flick past Tyler Crow, putting one on as he gets it through two defenders and almost, but I mean, just secures this win for Venom.
Yeah, and again, two players on Flame find themselves in the same spot, and actually on offense, they bumped each other once or twice there in the last offensive drive there for them. But just Flame, I mean, surely at this point, Venom has us in the bag. A minute and a half, certainly doable, but not likely. They're going to have to head into game two, and they got to take a little bit of they don't have to use their tactical timeout here, but they got to really reconvene and figure out what's going on, because when they are on offense, Flame, they're showing off the mechanics. They look deadly, but I mean, Venom, they are just outclassing them here in this game one.
Yeah, it seems like Venom is holding a majority of the pressure here, not really allowing Flame a lot of room to breathe, and really just making them make save after save as we see yet another one go in for Venom.
And again, there's people back for Venom. Zuriel, he's there, but he's just giving space to Crowe. And I don't know why they're continuing to do so. Maybe they're just, taking a moment. They know this game is over, but I mean, either way, it's the same mistakes that have led to all of these goals here. And Venom they're seeing the space given to them, and they're like, okay, we're going to take it to the bank, and we're going to roll with this, because it's just working for him right now.
Definitely don't blame him there. If I was in the same position, I'd take it to the bank too. But Tyler going to take that save to the bank and keep Flames goals of one. When there, Crow scores the 7th goal, securing the Brazil for Venom.
And this is not at all how I expected the first game here to go for. In the novice finals and the prospect finals, we saw a really close game one in both those series, and Venom have just come out here stomping the playing field, showing up with the Brazil. Might even be looking for an 8th one here, as they will, as Zuriel with a poor touch back inside his own box. And at this point, Psycho, there's really not much left to say here.
Yeah, it's true. I'm sure all Flame is looking to do is to just run this clock down as quickly as possible, stop getting scored on so we can move into game two, put this one behind you, try and pick up the pieces of the puzzle and put it back together.
Yeah, and Flame, they just got to, like you said, put the pieces of the puzzle back together and reconvene. Because I don't know, it's just Venom. They're playing so well, and I had a lot of confidence in them heading into this series, but not an 8-1 confidence level, Psycho.
Yeah, that is pretty intense. That is quite the statement to make in the grand finals during game one, letting Flame know that if you boys didn't bring everything that you've got to the table here, you're not going to stand a chance against us. And we're going to see the ball touchdown. Finally, Venom going to be your game one winners.
Yeah, and like I alluded to a little bit, I think Venom's toughest matches are behind them. I still think Flame. I mean, granted, I didn't think Game One was going to go like this, but Flames certainly have it within their capabilities to come back and take it to Venom. But I mean, Venom, they battled it out in that first round against the number one seeded Ascension. And Ascension, they didn't look like the number one seed at times, but I mean, they almost like reverse swept Venom essentially. And Venom had they had to steal it within themselves to kind of just focus up and win. And I'm looking at Britain here. I know Crowe was the player to look out for on the desk, but I'm looking at Britain because he looked really nervous in the past two playoff series, and right now he looks solid. And I think he's the key to the puzzle here for Venom.
Yeah, and from what I've heard talking to players behind the scenes, he is kind of what you're talking about there, the backbone of Venom, the grounded one of Venom, the one who you can rely on to be in the position he needs to be in, making the touches that he needs to make sure either that they don't get scored on or he can possibly set his team up for an offensive advance. And we'll see as we move here into game two if he's able to do just that, or if Flame was able to figure something out in between matches, something to bring them back. And it looks like we've got a DC, so we're not
Yeah,
going to get into this game. We are going to reset the lobby.
yeah. Unfortunate for our time constraints here, as we are a little bit behind us. C Money was happily reminding me in between the game to ready up. I'm sorry, C Money. But we are gonna have to get this second matchup back underway here shortly for y'all. But I mean, it gives us a little bit more time here, Psycho, to kind of talk about Flame. And going back to that first matchup against Papayas, that was also a battle. So both these two teams had to battle it out in the first round. And in the semis, I don't really feel like they were tested. But right now, Flame is absolutely being tested, and they need to show up here in game two. And I mean, I know I said it was maybe the rotation, maybe the double committing, but is there anything you've seen from them, Psycho? I mean, we only had one game in the books, but what do you think they need to do here?
I think they need to just be a little bit faster, to be honest with you. I think that they're allowing Venom to take control of the pace of the game and dictate what's going to happen. We saw in that game, we saw them give Venom a lot of room in their own defensive zone. They just sort of waited on their heels and waited to see what Venom was going to do. I think that they really need to take the initiative in those situations and attack the ball, not let Venom set up any sort of offensive pressure.
Yeah, I would have to agree with you. It did look like they were kind of playing into Venom's game there, and if you play into Venom's game, they're gonna win because every series I've seen them on stream. I mean, every time they're on stream, I've been watching them, and they've always been a crazy high shot total team. Haven't seen too much of Flame besides their series against the Papayas, but it just seems like you said Venom is just outpacing them at the moment.
Yeah, and I think that if they don't figure that out, I think it's I mean, I think they're doomed. I think that we might even be looking at a possible sweep here, to be honest with you, because Venom, I mean, like I said a second ago, they really made a statement in that game. It's not often that you see blowouts that heavy, especially in like the challenger and up league.
Yeah, and I mean, it'd be one thing to have a blowout like that in a regular season game, but like you said, grand finals, the opening statement there from Venom. I mean, I know I was kind of they were talking to me in Twitch chat in between one of their games or whatever, and I was kind of hyping them up, and they're like, "Oh, thanks for the hype," but and they want this and they want this bad, and like you also said it earlier, this is their first time even making playoffs, and they've traveled all the way through the bracket, making it here, and they don't want to disappoint now.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to. They have actually done what I would call personally the impossible. I mean, just barely scraping by to get in, losing the only pretty much the only match that they could have lost in the entirety of this playoff play-in situation, and then winning everything else, and not only winning it, but doing it in very convincing way every single time.
Yeah, and I mean, a little lucky for them to get that loss out of the way early in the play-in tournament where they did have an extra life, but I mean, they have since proven themselves at every corner here, as we are still waiting for one of the Flame players is DC'd, so we still got another few minutes here for that player to come and join back on up before, hopefully not before a forfeit is called, because who wants to forfeit grand finals? We don't want that. Nobody wants that. We've seen 2 game 6s in a row. We want a game 7 in the books here, grand finals. We want to see Flame come back. And, you know, they've had a lot of time to work with here, so maybe they've calmed down the nerves a little bit to try and come back and take down Venom, or maybe even icing Venom unintentionally. I hope it's unintentional. That'd be quite the strat. Testing the boundaries of the rules there, which I doubt they are. I don't think neither players on the team have joined the lobby, so I think they're just waiting on the third. As here we go, they have
There we
come
have
back.
it. I was gonna say they might be getting a free tactical timeout, if you
Yeah, I
will.
know it was more than a tactical time. That's a lengthy timeout. But they are all back in here now, so we're gonna get this one back up in a second.
Yes, sir. We only need the players to join up on the pitch as soon as they are ready, and we will get things started. Moving into game two, Venom is still up by one in the series, or not still, but they are up by one in the series. This is only game two. Plenty of time for Flame to make something happen here, and let's get into it as NBA is going to put one down in the beginning, tries to find the second touch, but can't. Chax is there, but can't get it before it is cleared away by Vipers. As Crow puts it to the mid, Tyler's there, but MVA gets the
Oh
touch, and
no!
the counterattack comes out as Chax scores the sniper goal.
Yeah, and Crowe, I think he just kind of started to bobble the dribble a little bit. He had a little bit of an open net to work with there, but his 2 teammates tried to pounce on that opportunity, tried to keep up that pressure that they had in game 1, and Flame just had to, I mean, just slow walk that one down the field, but they banged it in, and now they start off with a lead early here. Looking for a second one is NVA. He's going to get it crossbar down, but Tyler keeping this one away.
Oh my goodness, that was the chance right there. Flame dropping the opportunity to get a two goal lead, but Tyler missing his shot right there on an open net would have tied things up for Venom. As Britton makes the defensive touch that he needs. Zerial keeping the pressure alive. Chax putting one on, but Tyler is strong, and he's there for the save. And Crow's going to have an easy goal as he gets it past the last Flame defender.
Yeah, and I mean, NBA kind of just pushed up a little bit too far. Not exactly thinking that Crowe had that much power, that much height on the ball, but either way, 2 open nets here to start off game 2. And I think both these 2 teams, I think Flame, like you said, they're trying to ramp up the pace, although a missed kickoff and Britain's going to capitalize. And looks like Flame, they're trying to maintain the speed, but might be playing a little bit too quick.
And I was just going to say they're already doing a lot better than they did the last game, holding at least one, taking the lead first, and then two, holding down the tie against Venom, but Venom scoring that one's going to put him back up, and we'll see here if Venom is going to snowball this momentum. Tyler almost finding the fat angle, but can't. Crow comes in for the cleanup, but gets the demo instead. Chax missing his second touch off the sidewall as NBA puts it to the mid. It gets cleared out. This is dangerous for Flame. Zuriel is going to get that ball out, get it cleared past the mid and back into Venom's zone. NBA putting one on, but Crows gets up in front of it. Britton is going to clear it to the side. Tyler faking out NBA, but missing his touch. At the same time, Crow pushes it to the mid. Chax is there waiting. Tyler going to take control of it, flicks it past one Flame defender. MVA puts it down to 0, trying to get the redirect on, but it wasn't on target as Crow clears it away. Britton in the midfield gets it through Chax. Britton gonna try and follow it to get it mid. Tyler's there. He puts it down, but it bounces off of Zuriel's car as we reach the halfway point in this game, and it's gonna just get past Tyler. NBA scores the long goal and ties the game up.
Yeah, and again, this time actually the Venom team pushing up a little bit too far. I was gonna say that lengthy break that Flame got seemed to help with the speed, but it looked like they've still been having a bit of a double commit problem. But this time Venom, as hold on, off the kickoff, this one might be dangerous. The follow-up here's Britain, but Jack sending it away. I was gonna say Venom, they looked a little bit uncomfortable this game, but not uncomfortable as Crow A, as he's gonna put that one through.
Yeah, getting the second goal for himself this game. I want to say probably the 5th or the 6th goal for himself during this series. I don't remember exactly how many he had from the last, but I think it was at least 5. As we reach the halfway point here in this game, Venom now leading by 1. Britton in the backfield takes it up his own backboard. NBA puts it out to the mid. Tyler is there to follow, puts it down. Zerial is going to save it, pick up the Savior medal himself. 3 saves during this match.
Oh
Britton
my.
having the angle, but it's high. Bounces off of the crossbar. Tyler trying to keep the dream alive for Venom, but NBA puts it down. Britton with the big save there, Bagels. And we're starting to see that Flame still does have some fight left in them.
Yeah, they definitely do, and they've certainly made Venom more awkward in this game than game 1 by far. But man, that would have been a crazy infield passing play there for Venom, but just missing the mark. But still finding themselves under a lot of pressure here, and Flame actually pretty much keeping competitive with the shots. They're sitting at 9 to Venom's 11, so I mean, they've proven that this is the offense that Flame is capable of, but mistakes on the defense still there, a little bit slow. And Venom, the pace has not slowed down from them. They may be awkward, but they are still keeping this pace up and these mechanics.
And they're also still keeping the lead with 1:10 left on the clock. That's all they have to do is wear down the time, and they will get the second win of the series. 1 minute remaining on the clock. Chax putting one on, but Crow sends it away, getting his Savior medal. He bounces it past another Flame defender, but NBA makes the touch in the midfield. Britton puts it down. This could be an opportunity. Tyler's there. He's under it. He gets the touch, but it goes wide. Zuriel trying to flick it out. Gets the bump on Crow so he can't follow. And NBA misses his second touch. Tyler putting one on, or excuse me, Britton, but Zuriel with the big save right there. And I had to look at the scoreboard for a second. The Bagels, the amount of saves that has come out in this game is pretty insane.
I was just looking at the same exact thing, and perhaps another one going to come on, but Britain, they're just pounding this net crossbar down. Tyler there for the follow-up. Nobody with the touch. Still a chance for Flame to get back onto offense here, but the saves, no save coming out there. But, I mean, Venom, they are hunting down these Flame players.
And they didn't score on the last opportunity, but they didn't need to as they were still up by 1. Venom taking the W right there, taking game 2, putting themselves giving themselves that much more of a lead in this best of 7 series against Flame.
Yeah, and Flame, they had more than a fighting chance in that game. They had a few more opportunities than Venom was giving them, but again, Venom, they came up with 7 saves themselves, Flame with 6, so a lot of defense had to be played there in that game number 2. But Flame, they may find themselves down 2-0 in the series, but if they play like they did in that game 2, clean up the double commits, even somehow try and match Venom's speed a little bit more, they could get another game, 2, maybe even 3 games in a row to take a series lead. But I mean, right now, Venom, they are on the train and they are on the fast track and they are rolling.
Yes, and I fully agree with pretty much everything that you just said right there. Flame, even though they lost the last 2, that game showed us that they can make a comeback right there. Even though they had less shots than Venom, they forced Venom to make more saves than they were forced to make. So keeping that momentum going, keeping that dream alive, eventually Venom's going to crack. They're going to let in more shots, and Flame might just be able to take a game off of them in this grand finals.
Yeah, it certainly is possible. But I mean, as long as I saw Britain on the ball right there, as long as Britain is playing well for this Venom team, I don't see a world where Flame can come back. But if they can exploit Britain last back as third man, they can start to get a few more in their way. But I mean, first 20 seconds here, Psycho, and Flame is already under duress, but a missed shot right there.
Yes, Venom has taken a direct path to assaulting Flame so far here in game 3. They are unrelenting. They still have all
Ooh!
the momentum, and Crow gonna find the first goal in a little over 30 seconds.
Yeah, and that was unfortunately a big whiff from NVA and Flame. They so desperately needed a clear after being under pressure for the first 37 seconds of this game since the kickoff started, and just couldn't find the touch. And Croat with a smooth double off the corner right there.
And Britton off the backboard finds the touch. Britton missing the second one. Opportunity here for Flame, but nobody there to take advantage. Crow sends it down. Awkward touch from Flame, but Chax sends it out. Chax there to follow. Missing his touch in Venom's corner, but he gets their boost to get out. MVA not able to get it through the defense. Zuriel taking a shot, but it goes wide as Chax keeping the pressure for Flame. Tyler gets it through the defenders. Tyler there to follow. Might have a breakaway situation here. Can't get it through MVA as MVA dunks it off the top of him. Crowe putting it off the backboard, getting the demo open and the net up. Tyler puts one on MVA. Can't make the stop.
And between the offensive duo of Crowe and Tyler, and that was actually a stellar fake from Britain realizing he didn't have a good shot. But I mean, Tyler, from the beginning of this series to right now, Psycho, Tyler is just absolutely putting these screamers on the net.
Yes, he is deadly and accurate. He has been most of the season, some would say, as he is no rookie here in Nemesis. He has made a name for himself before, and he is furthering his reputation here in this grand finals match. As we see him take control again, he comes off the sidewall, putting it down off of the ceiling. The NBA takes control, gets it through, almost gets it past Britton. Chack's gonna clean it up and get the first goal for Flame.
And Flame really needed this. They need to start getting some momentum back in their favor. And this is what I was saying. If Britain is last back, Flame can start to exploit him. And Britain, he was third man right there, and he didn't make a quality touch. And as soon as Britain starts or doesn't make these quality touches on defense, Flame are going to score. But again, off the kickoff, it's going Venom's way.
Yeah, Tyler so speedy right there as Zuriel makes the cross, trying to get it all the way across to his teammate, but Tyler going to intercept the pass and take a shot on net.
And these are all resulting from a whiff. There's just one whiff here and there for Flame. And this one whiff is just causing a lapse in rotation. Is off the kickoff, it's going to be another one. And they just got to somehow go back to basics here, Psycho. They got to win these kickoffs.
Yeah, things are looking more and more dire for the Flame roster as Crow finds yet another goal. Venom now up by 3 in this game, and we are just now reaching the halfway point. Flame was coming on strong in the first half of this game, Bagels, but it seems like they've been losing a lot of steam.
Yeah, and it doesn't seem like they can maintain the speed that Venom are putting up right now. As again, so much pressure being held inside this Flame half, it's scarcely left the blue side, or not the blue side, the red side of the field, with the color blindness coming through right there. But I mean, they're trying to match the speed, but they just can't. And when they are playing that fast, we see the whiffs coming out, and that's how every single goal has been scored for Venom. It's just one tiny little whiff, but that's all it takes here when Venom is playing as well as they are.
And we almost see exactly what you're talking about come out right there. But luckily for Flame, it's going to hit post. And NBA is going to send that one down. NBA gets the boost, but leaves the ball for Britton to clear out. And Tyler can't get it through. NBA going to make the blocking touch. Crow does get it through, but Zuriel takes it away from him, down to NBA to clear it out into Venom's zone. Zuriel gets it past one. He's going to 50 with his teammate there. I couldn't tell what happened, but Crow gets credit for the save. NBA might have something here. Only got to beat Tyler. He does beat Tyler. That might be just in. No, it's going to hit post. Britton pops it up to Crow to take control of it. But Zuriel keeps the pressure for Flame there. NBA missing his shot on the net. A minute left on the clock here. And that is not what you want to see. And that's, wow, Crow with a good goal right there. Venom up by 4.
I mean, I don't mean to discredit Flame here, but they are just, I mean, they're just outclassed. And I really thought at this point, I mean, granted, the reverse sweep is always available as an option, but I mean, it took us 5 seasons, Psycho. It took us 5 seasons to see a reverse sweep in a best of 7, and that was from the Pineapples and Mafioso series. As they're gonna get a 6th one here, but they're just straight up outclassed. Venom, they're popping off.
Yeah, Venom is just doing everything that they can they're not relenting, and it is absolutely paying off for them, catching Flame just out of pocket every single time. 50 seconds left here on the clock, and it's just a matter of winding the time down for either of these teams. I'm sure Venom wants to stat pad as much as possible. They'll take as many shots on goals, as many goals and as many assists, saves as they can get. But I think Flames just trying to play the clock down, as it's highly improbable that they'll be able to come back from this 5-point deficit. But Jack's trying still, not able to get it through. Britton Zuriel comes in, takes a shot of his own, gonna get knocked down by Tyler. Crow sends that one to the mid. NBA gets a glancing touch. Tyler misses his. Crow taking possession in the midfield, gets dunked by Chax. Chax putting one on. Britton's there, makes the save, and the ball is going to go in for Zuriel with the top down skis and a last-second goal.
Yeah, I mean, good for them to just get something going headed into this game number 4, as now Venom are going to be sitting on match point here in the Challenger Grand Finals. But Psycho, I was looking at the scoreboard there, and Flame, they had a lot of shots, but I'm looking at the saves here for Venom. They only had to come up with 4 saves, and Flame are sitting at 9 shots. That means 5 of their shots missed the defender and missed the net. So the offense is there. They just got to hit the accuracy. They're starting to ramp up, but it's a little bit too late to start ramping up when you're down 3-0 in the series right now.
Yeah, that's very true. But I will say that in game 2, even though they didn't win, they did have a lot better shot accuracy. So maybe, hopefully, they aren't slipping down a slope here. Hopefully, they just had a game that was a little bit off there, and they'll be able to make a comeback here. Like you mentioned, they are now staring down the barrel of a reverse sweep, but we know that it's possible. We've already seen it happen one time during this playoff run with the Pineapples and Rival. And will we see right here, right now, if Flame has that exact same clutch gene? So, Bagels, what do you think? You think that they got what it takes, or you think Venom's about to shut things down right now?
I think if Flame can somehow find that game 2 performance like you were alluding to, it is certainly possible. But I mean, at the same time here, Psycho, I don't know how many goals scored for Venom in game 2. It might have been 3, but I mean, if it was 3, that's 17 goals in 3 games. That's well over 5 goals a game. So it's just an offensive powerhouse for Venom right now. And Flame, they just gotta cut down on these whiffs, make sure their rotation is solid, and hit these shots, because every single game, they're not that far behind in the shot department. They're kind of right there with Venom. It was only 11-9 last game as well, so they're certainly within reason to come back, but it's going to be tough having to get 4 in a row here. But here comes Venom once again.
Venom first to strike here in game 4 and take the lead with about 45 seconds gone from the clock. They are sending yet another message to Flame. They're ready to shut things out right here, right now. They're ready to take this Challenger League championship in sweeping fashion. And as we move forward, we'll see if they're able to do that. If Chax is trying to follow, can't find the touch, Britton making the save that he needs to make on the goal line as Venom doubles right there to push that one through and get the clear there. Bagels, teamwork makes the dream work.
Absolutely, a little bit of panic, and that's one of the few moments of panic we've seen from Venom. A little bit comical there. I'm sure they were probably a little bit frustrated, but I thought it was funny. But again, here comes the offense, and they're gonna put this one, and it's a slow roller. But again, the Flame defense, there's two people there, and it just gets past everybody.
And it's looking like Venom might have heard what the advice you were trying to give Flame. They just took it back to the fundamentals right there. Tyler just with some simple touches to pop it over the defender, and Britton securing the goal. As you said, a slow roller, possibly the slowest goal that we've had during this season, but it didn't matter as Flame wasn't in position to make the stop there. Chax getting a shot on point, but Britton getting up in front of it. I think it was more of a 50, but it did credit them both for a shot and a save. Britton getting another save there off a flame shot, getting his savior medal as Britton pops it out to the mid. Zuriel going to take advantage of it, pop it off the backboard, and Zuriel was there for the double but couldn't find it. Chax with the cleanup shot, going to get saved away by Crowe, and Britton sends it all the way down. Tyler there trying to follow. Tyler gonna find it, put it in the back of the net, and this is not looking good for Flame Bagels.
No, and again, one of the issues I've been talking about with Flame is these double commits, and they send two. They're just trying to do too much right now. And again, they're leading in shots right now, but this time they have been putting them on net, but the Venom defense has been standing tall. 4 shots and 4 saves. Is off the kickoff. Nobody can stop Britton and the rest of this Venom team.
Yeah, this is getting a little bit out of hand here, Bagels. Venom with 4 unanswered goals from Flame. It's looking like they're going to run away with this one as they have pretty much every single match in this series. And it's looking like they're going to get the sweep here as we reach the halfway point in game 4. Flame really need to find their groove right here, right now, and get a goal within the next, I'd say, 30 seconds if they want to get the momentum back. Britton almost finding another one, but Zuriel able to make the stop there. And Tyler in the corner gets the bump on Zuriel. Crow can't find the ball before NBA clears it away, and Chax is going to send a banger out of Flame zone. Crow takes control of it. He's trying to put one on. He almost gets the read off of the defender right there. That would have been nutty, Bagels.
Yeah, that would have been close, but I mean, again, at the same time, we could compliment Venom all we want, but we know what they're going to do. And now sitting at basically over 20 goals at this point, Psycho, this might be a grand finals record, maybe just even a Nemesis record at this point for just goals per game as a team. And it's got to be like over 5 goals a game still. If they can get 5 here, that would just be a crazy record. But on the opposite side, Flame, they have a minute and a half. They still have the offense in this series. They're 1 shot behind Venom in this game number 4, but they just can't get anything through.
And with only a minute 20 left on the clock, not found anything yet, I'm not sure that they're going to be able to find anything at all. Even if they are, probably won't be enough to come back from a 4-point deficit, as Tyler trying to get fancy in the air there, but doesn't get it through Flame's defense. NBA sends it away. The double comes out from Flame. Zuriel to follow. Zuriel gets it past, but gets faked and misses his touch. Britton finding the demo on NBA, keeping him from coming in to keep Flame's pressure alive. And Britton trying to find one, but it gets sent away. Zuriel sideswiping the ball. Tyler pops it up. Chax trying to take advantage in the final 40 seconds of the game. Crow Gonna pop it up and across his own net as the ball floats in front. Zerial couldn't get to it in time to take the shot as it gets cleared back into Flame zone. Crow trying to get it through, but both defenders is going to act like a brick wall, make the stop there. Zerial trying to get it onto his car, trying to get the fake through, but he gets bumped from behind by Tyler to send it all the way away. And the final 10 seconds are upon us, Bagels. And you know what that means. Venom is practically your winners at this point.
Yeah, they are. Venom will be your Challenger League champions in absolutely dominating fashion once this touches the floor, and it will. And just that might be the most dominating grand finals performance I have ever seen from a team. We've had sweeps in the grand finals before, but individually in the series, games have been close in the past. This was, and no, just, I don't mean to diss on Flame here, but I mean, it wasn't close, Psycho. It really wasn't. Venom just, whew.
Yeah, you're right. It wasn't close, not at all. Quite unfortunate for Flame. Not the way that you want to go out, but unfortunately for them, that is the way that it turned out. And we've got a little bit of an interview here, Bagels. Somebody from Venom, I'm not sure who yet. If I had to guess, it would probably either be Tyler or Crow. I believe Tyler is the captain.
Yeah, I'm
Oh,
trying to see who's in the waiting room here, but I don't see anybody.
oh yeah, I think C Money's calling for them to send somebody for an interview. I thought
Ah,
he was saying
okay.
that one is already waiting, but I am incorrect about that. We'll wait around for just a second to see if somebody from Venom does come up into the booth and give us a little interview here. But wow, bagels, yeah, Venom, they just tore it apart, like you were saying. If they didn't just set some records in Nemesis, they definitely did during this playoffs. And we have who joining up with us? None other than Tyler, the captain of Venom. Congratulations to you, sir! What a spectacular performance!
Yeah, that was definitely an interesting matchup. I feel like we definitely went underdog of the season. At the beginning of the season we were number 16 out of 16 teams, and then we went into playoffs number 8 out of 8 teams. We were always like rated as one of the worst teams, but we definitely had to show out and prove ourselves that we were the better team.
Yeah, you certainly did do that as well. Sorry, bagels, you go right ahead.
No, you're good. I was just smiling because I was about to say I've been following. I mean, I know I kind of talked with y'all a little bit a few days ago, but I've been following your team all throughout playoffs, even at the end of the regular season, and it's just been such a run. But I said it on stream, and it really did feel like your toughest matches were behind you guys, and it
Yeah,
felt like this one was a bit of a cakewalk.
it kind of was. I mean, I wouldn't say a cakewalk though, but I would like us to thank kind of like our team for playing as best as we possibly could every single match. Like we played every match the exact same. I mean, at the end of the game, we were kind of messing around. We knew we won. We were kind of just vibing out at the last bit of the game. But uh, I congratulate like XL and like Britain for being such a consistent team to play with. We definitely like racked up over 300, 400 matches playing together just with Britain alone. And me and XL have been playing for like about a year now. Built up plenty of chemistry enough to win us the Challenger League and hopefully rival next.
And that's
Yeah.
fantastic. So going into this game, like you mentioned in the beginning, y'all had to fight all the way from the plans. We've talked about it the whole time. Y'all had probably the most spectacular run in Challenger that we have seen. So making it here to grand finals, knowing that you were going up against Flame before you even started in game one, did y'all know that you were about to get a sweep, or did you think that Flame was going to put up a little bit more of a fight?
We never or like underestimate a team. We've done it before. We did it with Dissolved back then, like before even playoffs when we played them in playoffs. We underestimated them. We thought they were just bad and we were just having like a really crappy game. That's why we lost to them at the beginning of the season. Uh and then we had to start losing the mindset, oh, we're better than the other team. I mean, we do think we do have confidence, but we don't want to be overconfident and choking up our own matchups. But yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's just been such a dominating performance. And you said you guys have been putting in the grind, you've been putting in the work with each other, and honestly, it shows. it might be one of the most well-rounded challenger teams I've seen in all 5 seasons here. As there's in the past seasons, there's always been a carry, and I mean, granted, you're quite the offensive threat, and so is Excel slash Crowe. But I mean, I really got to throw it over to Britain when I was casting your guys' first match against Ascension. That was just such a wild series, and I really feel like Britain is the glue to your guys' roster there.
Yeah, we definitely had to make a lot of roster changes from beginning with like Puggles, like or no, I think it was Grav, Britain or not Britain, XL, and some other kid I don't even know. We traded. They Grav literally put up a fight to get me off of motion. He's put up a fight just to like keep XL's name low to draft him in the third rounds. He definitely. I would like to also like shout out Grav for being such a good GM. He put a fight to get this roster. He saw us through, even though a lot of other teams definitely could have picked us up way before Grav and held us way before Grav. Yeah, he put up a fight for us, and yeah, I'd like to also kind of like give a few shout outs though. Would that be
Go
fine?
for it.
I'd like to shout out Rihanna, XL, Bubs, Grav, let me think. Micro, starting the Tyler fan club. But yeah, I'd like to
Well,
shout out my friends as the last one. All of y'all watching, I love y'all. Love you, mom. All right.
Well, that was a
love
spectacular
coming out.
performance. All the love coming out. You love to see it, man. From the champion, Tyler. Once again, congratulations. Thanks for joining us here. And hey, I wanted to ask you: are all three of y'all planning on moving up to Vortex, or?
We do plan on moving up to Vortex as Britain. We're waiting on Britain to get to Rival Mimar, and I think he hit that last season, like 1540. We're all like barely under 1600, so it's gonna be funny playing a bunch of high 1600s to 1500s.
Very
But I
nice,
think we
very
got
nice.
it. All right.
Awesome. Well, again, thanks for joining us up here for this interview. Appreciate your time. Congratulations and good luck moving forward next season in your trek up in Rival. Bagels, as always, I appreciate you joining me here in the booth. I had a great time casting this fantastic sweep with you.
Yeah, it was definitely quite the performance that Venom have put on, the most dominating grand finals performance that I've ever seen. But I think I'm gonna let you roll us into the next one here, Psycho. Tell us what we got coming up next.
Well, don't go away, ladies and gentlemen, at least not for very long. We're going to take a short break here, and whenever we come back, we're going to be moving into the Rival League. We have two more matches ready for you here tonight. The next one is the Rival League, Pineapples versus the Panthers. Pineapples digging their way up to the finals against the Panthers, getting the first known reverse sweep against the Mafiosos in the quarterfinals. I think that this match is going to be maybe one of the best matches tonight. It's going to be hard to follow up against Hypernova versus Ember, but this match may be the one that can do it. So go take you a little break, use the bathroom, get you some drinks, some popcorn, do what you need to do, make it back here. Probably in about 8 to 9 minutes, we'll be ready. As always, have a great night, and we'll see you in a little bit.